Hello and welcome to a very calm Crusader Kings. And it is Friendly Friday. On Friendly Friday, we aspire to ever greater amounts of friendliness. And in this Friendly Friday, as in the previous ones, starting in Crimea, we aspire to friendliness by not relying as much on war. And over the course of the entire game, we will become increasingly good at that. That being said, where we left off, we were preparing for a kingdom scale holy war against Khazaria. They are currently vulnerable. Look at all these wars they're fighting. We are ready to take the Caucasus. So, we'll get ready to do that. I think I will let my my levies heal up a little bit first. Not necessarily in that much of a rush. A nice thing about not needing to expand, the driving force to expand is usually the number of heirs. A nice thing about not needing to expand is that I can give the land away in ways that I feel are fairly clever. Oh, you see, she's Amazonian, so I was able to take a low-born member of my court, marry someone Amazonian, get him landed. Excellent. A Herculean son. See where we've done this in each duchy that we've taken. And meanwhile, we're combining that with the blood path here, which doesn't help my vassals any, but it means I have better vassals than I would otherwise have, and there's going to be more people with superior genetics ready to marry. Perhaps you've noticed late in the game, in your own games, when you're used to landing your family members. Most likely because you want to have smooth successions. And eventually it's your family members are all marrying each other. Hopefully they're distantly related enough to avoid inbreeding. But regardless, that's what ends up happening. So we're eventually going to have a Herculean getting married to well, at the very least they'll have recessive genes that are very strong. Let's see. There we go. There's an Amazonian right there. An Amazonian. Oh, he has two daughters. One's comely, and the other is intelligent. And they have comely and genius genes. So you can see that if I keep this up, it's at least possible that there will be a great many more high quality people to marry. And there's also fun strategies around marrying someone and using intrigue to make sure that they inherit a bunch of stuff so that your spouse is also a vassal, and that is very strong. So we can do that. Eventually we're setting up a situation where we can do that at the same time as we are marrying for traits. Well, let us unpause here. Now, we're just gonna wait for these guys to heal up. If we wait a year, we're pretty close to full. Raiding me. How dare you? Other person I can ransom. Excellent. We have discovered mods. I'm unsure what I want next. City planning is of course very good, but because I'm conquering tribal areas and giving them to vassals who adopt feudalism, they just automatically get some free holdings when they do that. So I don't necessarily, and I only really want to be building castles right now. I don't want to build more of other things. I'll want to build more later, but not now. So Casus Belli is good. Is Moldavia the same religion as me? No? Okay. Because they have a little chunk of my territory right there. Everyone around me is a different religion, so I have Holy War CBs against them also. So I don't have that much to gain from Casus Belli at the moment. Crop rotation would be very good. So would onagers and barracks. Just we'll go with crop rotation first. Because I'm concerned about being able to pay for my horse archers. Horse archers are very expensive. So crop rotation will let me get the next level of buildings. Not actually in this one. This place is Khazar. Here, in this one. Oh good, we can upgrade that. Catch him. I hope we catch him. It says we're gonna catch him. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and they can walk down there. And they can walk there. They're going in different directions, just so that they'll heal slightly. It's not enough of a difference to really be useful, I think, but, you know. Yeah, especially if I can disband them that quickly. We must stop the villain behind this. Someone's trying to murder people I know. There. Okay, we are almost... Well, think we're ready. It's also good if we know just what wars they're fighting, to make sure that we're not about to lose the territory that we're trying to conquer in a once-in-a-lifetime claim. The only other thing is that I could go after the Tahirid Sultanate here. Just because, go further east instead of securing areas around the Byzantine Empire. In which case, my thought is, really more about where I'd end up wanting to set myself up. This is a pretty good place if I develop it. But to develop it further, I will need to switch to city planning so I can build a city first. That's reasonably tall. Seems like everywhere out here is fairly tall, though. Maybe not everywhere. Many places are. Inshapur is quite strong, though. That's not the same kingdom, isn't that in Daylam? It is. I can't do a holy war on the Tahirid Empire anyways. Daylam is in the way right there. The various kingdoms of Daylam are very fun. Not kingdoms, the various rulers. They aren't anymore, but they start as Zoroastrian in 867. It's a very unique game starting over there. Difficult, but fun. Well, wait. Yeah, that's all I'd be able to go after. That's silly. That's not useful. But there are lots of little independent people around here. I could set myself up in Daylam. That could be a plan for the future. Try and become king of Daylam. But I don't think I will. I like my plan of staying more north, more in the steppes. I do, after all, have the special steppe unit there. If there's a good opportunity, I'll take it. But right now, I have a plan unfolding in Mangishlak. This is my husband. He is sterile. In spite of that, we managed to have one daughter, and she's a nun. And I gave him Mangishlak. Now my hope is that he will convert it into and be feudal. Then when he dies, I'll get it back, and then I can move my capital here. And it'll be because this place is awesomely tall. One of the taller places in the game. There we go. See, with 6 spots available. And I like tall counties filled with castles. Okay, so I don't have enough piety for this. On the other hand, I don't mind so much. I'm quite old. I want to use up my kingdom scale war before I die. And the same is true of piety, prestige. I want to use them all up. So we will call my allies. And my house member. This war is going to be very expensive. We will throw him in jail. Then I will release him with a hook. And now we're going to check two things. The first, can I get a marriage between these two? If I use the hook, I cannot. Okay, so then I'm just going to raise his taxes. I can't raise his taxes because he's tribal. Okay, well. Doesn't matter too much. Okay, we're gonna send back the rather expensive men-at-arms. They can come and join if the battle requires it. These guys are ready to storm the gates as soon as a wall is busted open. Ah, good. This place is fully feudalized. Excellent. Same over here, up there. Not there. These places are newly conquered, so I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's nice. I have a grandson now. Another grandson. My daughter has had many children. None of them have inherited good genetic traits. Oh, and that's why neither of their parents are particularly... Yeah, huh. Okay. Let's go for a run. Darn. No extra good trait there for stress relief. As soon as this is done, we're going to ooh, look at him. He's beautiful. Oh no. How am I going to get rid of my first grandson? What, so that my beautiful grandson can still inherit the throne? without murdering him. That's key, because we're not playing murder your grandchildren style Crusader Kings on Friendly Friday. Murdering your grandchildren is simply not a part of how we want to do this, nor is just throwing him in jail and locking the key until he dies. That's for Wicked Wednesdays. I'll try and educate him myself also. I don't see the Khazarian army anywhere. Okay, let's take a look at my court. We're looking for single people in my court. Oh, no, not that one. Here. There's all the monks in my court. Ah, okay. This man here needs to marry someone with great genetics. Like her. She's a genius. So we've got a beautiful genius who also has a history of being possessed. Okay, and he's already marked up there. Let's get them to convert. But he's going to get land for sure. We will talk about forgiveness, because he is forgiving. We could also go with chastity, because he is chaste. We'll go with chastity. promoting our culture in what I hope will be our future capital. Now that we just recently finished improving development here, 16 for our current level is quite high, and it's starting to get very slow as well. So we're now at a point where I should be improving development in other places, collecting taxes, or promoting culture. The marginal gains on continuing to increase development in my capital are very, very small. Let me have a look at this book. I can translate it for you. Yes. It's nice when you're as old as I am to have know yourself. Oh, hey, the Khazars are starting to show up. That's good. There, we'll defend this river crossing. Or perhaps go hunting while these guys continue to siege, slowly but surely. Do I have anyone who's good at leading sieges? Yes, my spy master. Oh, who is this? A Liberty faction. Well, I don't mind giving in to a Liberty faction. I would prefer not to give in to a Liberty faction, but I don't mind. As for our good fighting army, we're gonna walk up here. We're gonna take the capital of the Khazars, since their army's all up in the northwest area. Oh, never mind. There's their army. It showed up down here. I suspect they'll sail over here. Oh, we can walk there, man. We're not in that much of a rush. No point getting there before they do. And where are they going? Hey, it's like I called it. I have a good number of allies joining me. Excellent. And those ones there can just keep on sieging. Now let's take a look in my prison for single men. Or single women. Just singles. Here's one. We're gonna recruit her. Demand her conversion. She won't give us a hook. Okay. Her as well. Whoa, she's a claim to Khazaria. And the Khanate of Oak is ill. That's quite nice. But we're not... We're not concerned really about her claims. We're not going to be pressing them. Sorry. I missed my cough button there. You heard my loud and obnoxious sneeze. We'll have this guy join us too. Even though he is married. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Where are we? Here we are. There we go. I waited for my allies to be a bit closer, just in case. Oh, hey. The enemy Kagan is right there. Okay, so now I have some more people who can get married in my court. Now, I prefer for them to marry geniuses, because in my experience, geniuses are the most rare. There's a child who's a genius. Where's my grandson, who I will be playing as? I'll accept that he's not... that he will be, here he is. He is my future heir. I will accept that. There. He has recessive beauty genes, so that's still useful, and he's marrying a genius. So his children might still be amazing, and marrying a genius is very useful. Okay, so that observation aside, just helped our future inheritance. I have single people in my court who need to marry someone with amazing genetics. Most of the geniuses were kinda old. So there you go, someone Herculean. No, she's a genius. And he's visiting. Excellent. Oh wait, what's her family? She has a very high profile family. Matrilineal. There we are. So we're gonna put a marker on him. Put a marker on him. There. I don't know how to build churches, so no. I can't do that. I just had this event. There you go, chastity. He likes being reminded how chaste he is. So I get to choose what his education's going to be. And I think I'm going to have him focus on learning also. Even though his personality is not the best suited for it, I think that's what the Allen culture needs. If we get more money, what are we going to invest it in? We need to figure out new things, invent new ways to spend money. And with that in mind, I'm gonna and my insight in the heavens for the learning bonus it provides. Did I remember to mark him? I did not. There we go. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people to give land to in the Caucasus. There we go, we won. Look at all that. Excellent. Okay, we'll start with this one. Sure, Azov looks like a great duchy. Here you go. As for you, Khazaria looks just perfect. Let's demand your conversion first. We'll come back to you. Okay, as for you, a little bit skeptical because you're not that bright, but that's okay. You still get a chance. There. You can have where my people originally come from, Alania. You are the Caucasus. And we'll just wait for you to convert, and then you can have Khazaria, my favorite genius. There. Sure, I can embrace celibacy. Don't think it'll have too much of an impact at my age, but that is okay. And we're going to next just very quickly fight a holy war for Derbent. This shouldn't take very long. They only have one county. It's also already feudal, so I'll hold on to it myself. That's enough for us to win. Duke Vyarson of Rushka. Excellent, we are expanding westward. The Byzantine Empire shall be strong. So we're not going to pick capital counties to convert, just because my various counts will convert their capital counties first. So we're going to help convert my vassals, speed up the process, and in general, I hope that to keep populist factions generally under control. Nice, there's more people are adopting my ways. That's good. I think the Liberty faction never did anything, did it? Yeah. Huh. We've cut it very close several times with the Liberty faction. There we go. Now they're back, and they're still very discontent. We will just go ahead and ransom him. To think that he aspires to delve into the art of scholarship, a field of study in which I excel at. It warms my heart. He wants to be a scholar because I told him to be a scholar. Let's not make too much out of this. We should respect his diligence, his obedience, his loyalty. But his love of the discipline, that will come later. There, we won. I disband the army, and now, if we're really lucky, this will drop back down in time. And I'm very lucky. That's nice. So I do have a few counties over here I could try and conquer. I don't want to conquer Burgess, it belongs to a family member. What was the other one? This would be good. And they're fairly weak, so I could just take it. And then maybe... well... then, then I could plan on this son inheriting land in Greece in the future. I shouldn't plan on that. On my death, Caucasus, the kingdom of Caucasus is going to be made. So, Okay, good. I do have the whole thing. Yes, I misread that. So, Khazaria is drifting into the Byzantine Empire. I'll need to take some places from Moldavia, from the Khaganate. So really giving that grandson Derbent here is really the way to go. That'll keep our family lands intact. Then he doesn't need to be a monk. Of course, if I can teach him to be a monk, that's even better. The longer we can keep those lands intact, the better set up we will be when we have an unlucky inheritance. Oh, he became feudal very quickly. Why are you dragging your feet, husband? I'm gonna let my army get all healed up, and then we could take this opportunity to take the small piece of Moldavia that is mine, or to take back... I can't fight with the Khazars again just yet, but I also need the Despotate of Zaporizhia right here. No, wait, that's my kingdom. The Chiefdom of Samar. Well, that is enough for today, I think. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.